Where'd it go? Use your eye cream so you don't look tired the day of, and then moisturize. And if it's a very hot day, probably something with some SPF, because water and sunscreen will keep you young forever. Hi, I'm David Montalvo. I'm 29 years old. I am going to go for Sex and the City 2. I did one. I was a club goer. I'm gonna forego the club goer this time and go for the international look. I think being an extra, if you've never heard of it or have never tried to be an extra, it's basically probably next to the worst job to being an armpit smeller. I'm not an actor, so I did have to go to work the next day when I finished shooting at 7 a.m. But again, it was just the passion of being next to, you know, Samantha and Smith Jarrett and Mr. Big, and sort of seeing the behind the scenes, what they are like when the cameras aren't rolling, which is pretty interesting. The lead actors were hitting on the female extras, and you know, the female actresses that were in my scene were just very professional and didn't look at the extras and didn't talk with them, and they were in their world and focusing on their scenes, and it was exciting. It was exciting the first time, and I'm not an actor. I do this just because I just love the experience. So these are some other tops I'm considering if I do the button down. Make you stand out. You know, the important thing is to be memorable too. They do take a Polaroid picture of you while you're there. So you give them your headshot, and then they take a Polaroid. So your talent again is showing that you look good, that you look the part, and that you're memorable, because trust me, you're gonna have a lot of competition if you're gonna try to go to these cattle calls. So I look forward to hopefully going out for that and see if I can find a wardrobe that looks international enough. Probably something stylish, something a little bit with the European slant. So this, I think, will give it a nice international look. Because it could be, you know, it kind of evokes, at least to Middle America, I think it'll evoke either the Mediterranean or Middle Eastern look. And of course to New York, it's just a European style. We never wear ascots.